Good morning, it's me again. Here I am in the basement. Kinda not feeling all that great. I think I got sleep deprivation or something. I'm not sleeping right. Um, this morning I was oversleeping and Gigi was grumpy about it. He's being very cute in my lap right now, but he was grumpy about me not getting up when he thought I should. So I guess that happens. It's getting warmer and we want to be out more. And I may not be getting enough to drink because I don't get thirsty, so that's something I gotta be aware of. So, that's a thing. So today, I haven't really thought much about what to do, but I still don't have that many viewers, so I only got one subscriber. So I'm gonna try to think of what to do. Talk a little bit more about things. I didn't make that much money this month, so I turned off my Prime, my Amazon Prime, so that I could be able to afford stuff, and maybe I can save up and get my bed, and without having to worry about like Prime stuff dinging me every freaking 5 minutes. But that's something I did, save some money on a service I'm not using currently. And then if I do need yarn or something, I can talk to one of the kids and maybe use their Prime accounts um for something, or have them order it if they're willing. I don't really need much right now. I just, other than to get to work and do stuff, I gotta finish a lot of work. Started some of my Christmas stuff. I'm still liking the idea of focusing. I'm very close to finishing off a box of Baby Yodas, and that's a really positive thing. I've also very close to finishing off a box of jellyfish and the box of tiny turtles. Um, so I'm still gonna be like focusing on specific work because I can get that done quicker and it's selling quicker. And oh, excuse me. But I'm getting a lot done. I feel like I'm making progress. Like I said, I got some Christmas stuff started upstairs. I got to do a few more things with that, and then if I get more sales, I can add more stuff. But yeah, it feels like things are getting better. It feels like I'm going in the right direction. I haven't had too many sales yet, but that's really common in the first of the month. I'm only at like $10 towards my goal to make my booth cost, which is 58. But it's the beginning of the month, so this weekend might do well. I might even get some sales today. That would be good. I'll let you guys know probably tomorrow or something if I do. Um, and then after that, I'm just gonna keep working on getting stuff going. Um, I really feel like I can do a lot more with my booth that I'm doing, but I can't get up there. So one of the things I need to do is get transportation money. Like I said, I want to save up and get my bed. I want to start paying off my debts. I want to do all this stuff, and that's a lot of money, but I gotta figure it out. I gotta start with the little stuff. Um, with that being said, I did get socks yesterday because I kept, every time I would go to get dressed, I would have find out that there's holes in my socks, and some of my newer socks, the ones with the ladybugs on them, are missing. I think a specific toxic person might have taken them or given them away. Why, I don't know. People do things all the time that just don't make any sense. You think somebody's your friend, you think somebody's on your side, and maybe they'll do things to make you think that they like you, and then as soon as they feel the opportunity, they do 180 or whatever it's called, and they're a totally different person and they're cruel to you. And I don't know why people do that. I don't know why anybody thinks they have the right to do that to anybody else, but I do want to encourage people to stop thinking that they have the right to do that and to start being more positive in their community. I mean, I was talking about philanthropy yesterday, at least I think that's the right word. I've discovered recently that I've had a hearing impairment my entire life, so I may not be hearing words correctly, so then I won't be pronouncing them correctly. Um, but yeah, that's something that can be done, and like I said, a lot of people don't understand what true philanthropy is because of some of the stuff that was going on during the Great Depression. And everybody thinks that a philanthropist is that guy that goes around and hands out $100 bills or whatever he was doing. Because I'm not really sure how much of what people were saying about the philanthropists during the Great Depression are true, except that I do know that there are records indicating that these philanthropist groups were paying off mortgages and buying food and stuff like that. I just don't know how much of what people were saying was true. There may have been people just running around handing out money um, to random folks. I just don't know how much of what was said is true because you see that in a lot of different things where something somebody says will wind up being only partly true. You look into the facts and it's just totally different than what this person or group is saying that happened or didn't happen. Um, but yeah, I mean, I want to encourage people to be more positive in their community and less selfish and less demanding and less cruel and less rude. When you're gonna get cuddled in, you will show the people how cute you are. Show them. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. He's been a little grumpy, but he's fine. I think maybe the weather's getting him. I don't know. He does have signs of arthritis, so the weather could be bugging him. He's so cute. Um, and he's a very cute and sweet little kitty cat. Aww. He put his paw on my hand. I love it when he does that. Um, but yeah, we can't. I think a lot of people can't really like pay somebody else's rent, but bring some food to a neighbor or maybe if you know their kids need clothes and you know what size they need or shoes, you can do something like that that's not crazy expensive. I want to encourage the helping the community, and I do like the idea of focusing on kids because they haven't really had a chance yet. And if you they have a lot of needs because they're growing and developing and they haven't had a chance yet. You don't know for sure where they are in the possibilities. They may show extreme promise and then not do anything, or they may seem to struggle and wind up being the next Bill Gates. You just never know. And I say that facetiously because you're never the next person, you're always the first one um, to do what you're doing. And that's just how it is. But yeah, you just never know what potential a child actually has. So the behavior that makes people think they're not going to do anything may actually be a sign of deprivation of some sort. Like they're not getting enough to eat, they don't have a stable life, stuff like that. Because stress can really have an effect on them. So I really like the idea of focusing on children, like doing what's best for them. Um, in the world of online everything, maybe landlords could do like things where people can contribute to rents for people who have children, because people who have children, especially like I'd mentioned before, there's always that lady somewhere that has 6, 8 kids and no husband. So she needs a big house for that many kids. And that rent is gonna be expensive. Um but like I'm not saying go out and find her, because if she's in your community you'll know. Um And I don't know that there's a lot of them these days, but I know when I was a kid, it seemed like every time we turned around, there was a family with 6, 8 kids and no husband. Um, I think people are being smarter about their reproductive stuff these days, for the most part anyway, but there'll probably always be someone in that position. It just seems like there just always is. Um, and that's just how it is. But yeah, I'm trying to focus on the children. That's part of the reason why I like to make toys. Um, I never had a lot as a kid, and I didn't get a lot of the things that I wanted. I didn't get a lot of the things that I needed, but my very, very basic needs somehow always wound up getting met. But I always wanted to be a toy maker and I wanted to make dolls and stuff like that. So a lot of the stuff I like to focus on are like Christmas ornaments and dolls and things like that. And I think my focus issue why I don't make bigger projects a lot, well, other than that they don't really sell because they have to be expensive, is that I don't know that I had the nutrients, I guess, that I needed while my brain was developing, so I don't really have the patience or focus or whatever it is that you need to be able to just sit there and work on a king size Afghan. Um, but I do a lot of toys. I like to do toys. They're quick projects that get done quicker. You can sell them for less. Um, People actually buy them. That's part of the reason why I like to do toys. And I also like to encourage people who do craft sales to make sure they have those cheapos. It's any $5 and less because that's what you're gonna guarantee your sales is to have those cheapos, those $5 or less. Um, that's what that's what's getting me a lot of my sales. My little turtles are really cheap and they're selling out like hotcakes. And those Yodas are very creative and it's my idea. It's something that came from my head. It's not a pattern. Um, that's and they sell for like $5. They sell really good. Um, like I said, we're coming into the Christmas season, so I'm probably gonna start seeing more of that stuff selling. The toys, the ornaments, the decorations. I've got this cute little kitty cat in my lap, and he's being adorably adorable. Um, Shania got a bunch of shelving units. My daughter got a bunch of shelving units, and we got to clean them up and put them in the booth. I just don't know how we're gonna do that. I think the kids actually have more access to vehicles than they let me know. I'm having a really hard time keeping my voice up. I'm sorry if I'm not coming through very well, but I think they have more access to vehicles than I know. They're just not, for whatever reason, they're just not asking people um, to help when they probably should. There's probably reasons behind that. I just don't know. Um, but I'm just trying to figure out what to do with this thing. So mostly, I'm just kind of trying to encourage people for things that you can do, because there's a lot of people out there trying to keep disabled people out of the workplace, but then they don't want to give you disabilities, so then how the hell are you supposed to get by? So I think that's mostly what I'm going to be encouraging right now, with like ideas on how to get by. um Maybe even opening businesses that would allow for disabled individuals to sell crafts and things like that. um that would be a good idea, something to focus on, but I don't have any money. I did see a guy on one of the things that my son follows, talking about what he wants to do with some property that he purchased. He's established, so I mean, I'm not established, so I don't really have anything to really know what to do specifically. And I'm at a point where I do have a lot of debts and stuff, things, financial issues that I need to take care of. So I'm just trying to get people to watch me and like see if I can't get to a point where I can monetize or feel comfortable doing like a Patreon. Because I have considered doing a Patreon. I just don't know. They say you have to do special content, and I just don't know what to do right now because I don't have the equipment to do like craft lessons, um, or crochet patterns or anything like that. And then, um, I don't know how to link a store to this. So, maybe if I get some time to work downstairs, I'll do some posting for my online craft sales page, my happy little stitches, crochet craft sales, and it's on Facebook, and I don't have a lot going because I keep doing these videos for these events that like nobody attends, even though they say they're interested, and I never have the money to do the boosting, which I might consider doing some boosting. And I do crochet classes for local people, but I just haven't had anybody show any interest or give me any feedback or ask me any questions. Cause there's the there's this idea that people have that if you're good at crafting or you're an artist, you should do stuff for free, and that's not, no, that's not how that works. If I decide to donate my stuff to a charity, that's one thing, but if you commission something or ask me to do something that's actually work, you need to get paid. Um, but nobody's talking to me about prices or anything, cause like, um, I've got my crochet classes priced up for what I'd want to do for um private lessons, and I don't have anybody talking about groups or anything like that. And I'm eating through my crochet box because I'd realized that if I do classes, I might want to just buy a few things um for the person who's learning to just be part of the class. Maybe that would be something to make it seem less expensive if I have stuff here for the class. Um, like full skeins of yarn and stuff like that. Like I said before, I don't really like doing black yarn for beginners because you can't see the stitches. Um, the very dark colors are difficult to tell how well you're doing, so I don't like to use very, very dark colors like black for beginners. But it's something that you can use once you get used to doing it and you're used to what it should look like or feel like, or work up. But once you get to where you're used to it, then black is okay, because then you'll be able to tell if you messed up, or you'll have an idea of where the stitches should lie. That's the thing with the beginner crochet, is, and I think knitting as well. And there may be a couple of others where you probably wouldn't want to use black or very dark materials to begin with, because it's harder to see what you're doing in those dark, dark, dark mediums. Um, but I'm sure there's crafts that you could learn to do or set up at home where the darker colors probably would work fine for a beginner. Um, Sewing is probably one of them because you could see less flaws in the darker colors. Yeah. But yeah, I do want to encourage people to pick up habits and hobbies, and disabled people especially, to be able to be like the artist. Uh, that I'm also thinking about doing some crafting supply stuff for um artists. I don't know. I've got so many ideas of what I could do if I had the money to make the world a better place, but I just don't really have a way. I don't have a really one focused idea because I'm not where I need to be for that. And so that's just kind of, my brain is like all over the place, all the things it wants to do. But this cute little kitty sleeping in my lap. He's such a sleepy. Um, but yeah, I'm not really sure what to do. Just gonna start getting more stuff done and see if I can get any more sales, which is totally dependent on what people are looking for and what I have in the store. So, um, I guess that's enough to talk about. Uh, Hopefully I can get to where I can actually start doing some stuff to help people out, but my son-in-law says it takes a long time. He said him and my son and our roommate have all told me basically the same thing. They got 6 or 8 subscribers with a little small following of people watching it just not everything, because their friends were interested in what they were doing. And then it took them a long time to get anybody following them or subscribing that wasn't their friend. So having a subscriber knowing that my friends are not watching, or at least most of them are not, is just a really positive thing because I got somebody right away. And I do want this to become a community, a positive community for people who are disabled or outcast. Like I said, I probably will not want certain topics brought up because they can be very controversial and I don't want people to feel like they're being attacked. But yeah, and I don't want allegations or people being weird about the way one person sees something as opposed to the way another person is. So we're going to be like really positive, and I'm not really sure what kind of limits I'm going to put on what people are allowed to talk about. And then like when I get up to enough people to do a live, because I think I need subscribers, 1,000 I think is what it said. I'm not sure, I'll check that again. Maybe when I get a few more subscribers. But yeah, oh, he's so cute. But yeah, let's be positive and encouraging. And if you like what I'm doing, hit the like and the subscribe and the bell thingy, so that I'll know what to do. I also will like comments, so if you guys have ideas for things to specifically focus on, that'd be great. Because my little pea brain doesn't always work the way I like it to, and I bet a lot of us know what that feels like. So I'm gonna let you guys go and you guys all have a good day, and let's get to working on positivity. Bye.